I'm not upstairs to say that. Oh well, this game is gonna make or break it, or the next game is gonna make or break it. It's just something you're aware about. Like like well, we got to be in here, and Mark told me this a long time ago. Cam told me this a long time ago. Yeah, Cam told me this a long time ago. Craig Robertson, John Coon. Like, the only way we all stay here is if we win. Everybody, from the person, the receptionist at the front desk to the equipment room. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, when you're not winning, there's a alertness to be like, okay, well, damn, like anybody, we could all be gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my standpoint, and it's like I that's why every Sunday I try to do everything I can, because I do feel like we got the right players in here to win. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we got the right locker room. I don't feel like there's a problem with our locker room. So like whatever I can do to help and try to make sure that we all stick together and stay together, that's what I'm gonna do.
And another thing you've said a lot recently is no more talking.
Yeah, I don't, man.
Does that feel more true this year, this month, than ever before? I mean, the last couple of years there were injuries. Mm-hmm. There was a new quarterback.
Yeah.
There's a new coach.
Yeah.
But does this year feel like any hope that that things are just happening this way because blank is over?
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I got the same message I had the other week. It's like action. I'm sick of it. Like I'm not really too interested in like empty. Like, oh, we got to be better. That's every even the teams that are winning are saying that, like, they got to be better. Knowing that, not saying it. Like, it's obvious. We got to get better. There's things you got to improve on. There's things you got to do better. There's things that you're not doing so well that like, and we always say it. There's things that you might do in the game that you win a game and the next game it might get you beat, or like so whatever it is, whatever the case may be. Like, some things are gonna get you beat later in other games, and it's just like I said. I'm more like in all facets of life. I'm solution based, right? I'm more practical. So it's like, okay, well, there's a problem, address the problem, figure out steps, towards the solution. That's it. That's all I'm focused on. I'm not really with the buffer. I mean, with the fluff or the, just talking just to talk. Like, I'm more solution based. So that's kind of like a locker room thing.
It's been 3 losses in a row, but is there anything that has gotten better in the last month?
Jimmy Graham scored a touchdown. That was good to see, You take that for what you want to take it for.
Hey, Alvin, you've seen the Superdome when it's really rocking. What was it like for you Sunday?
I ain't never experienced nothing like that in my life. Well, in my New Orleans life. So it was definitely a shock to see. There was a lot of Lions fans in there, and there was a lot of booing going on. So definitely not what I'm used to experiencing, and obviously don't like it. But as a fan, I can understand it.
Is that difficult to tune out, like when you're kind of on the field, or is it just kind of?
I wouldn't say it's difficult to tune out. You hear it, but it's like it's not going to affect my play, But I hear it though. You hear it.
You feel like it's on the team though to fix that.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I don't know. I mean, but you gotta kind of address, like, okay, what was the booing for? So then it's like, all right, well, are they booing because they don't like what we do? I don't know. It's more to it. It's more layers to it.
Yeah, then a few weeks ago, or when you were talking about, like, you wanted to know how you guys were going to get better rather than what. Do you feel like you guys have gotten those answers a little bit better? Like,
I think we're playing good football. I think there's players that want to win and want to do the right things, and they're dudes is playing with some passion and playing with a kind of sense of urgency. That's how I feel about it. Like I said about me, like I try to go out there and do everything I can to help us win, and I think there's players that's doing that too. So that's kind of like my answer to that.
Is there every game's a must-win? Players are smart; they know who you're playing this week. A 1-11 team. Does this feel like more of a must-win than other games that have been must-win?
No, I feel like every game is must-win now. Obviously, the reality of this game is, the goal is to win every game. You might lose some, but I'm not looking at this game like, oh, they're 1-11, we got to beat them. I'm looking at them like it's the Carolina Panthers, it's the next opponent, and it's also a division opponent. We need to do what we need to do to beat them. You know, like they're not gonna come in here and lay down. So you got to work for it.
Did you have a chance to see any of that? And I don't know if you even want to talk about it, but the social media stuff with Mike. Did you see any of that or hear?
With Mike?
Yeah.
I kind of some of my friends sent me some of it, and I guess whatever he was tweeting during the game. And what, you got a question about it? Like, what's your follow-up question?
The follow-up would be if you had any reaction to it, or if you felt like you understood what he was getting at, because it was a little bit.
A lot of people have a certain perception on Mike T, right? I've known him for a good 7 years, and I kind of know how he thinks and what makes him tick. So I mean, Mike is Mike. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he chooses to tweet in his free time is what he chooses to tweet. And I wouldn't say that I don't know everything that he tweeted, but I've seen a couple, and I wouldn't say that I particularly have a problem with, you know, anything he was tweeting. That's his personal opinion. Now, if he want to broadcast it, that's on him. If he want to keep it to himself and, you know, call the pastor and talk to the pastor about it personally, then that's on him. But, you know, he chose the way that that he best felt like was representative of who he is to express it, and that's that.
Can it be a slippery slope though in terms of keeping like the team on the same page?
Like what? Like the team as far as?
As far as like not even giving, well, I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
You don't want the appearance of dissension, right? But maybe if there's dissension, whether it appears or not doesn't matter. I don't know.
You be the judge.
Did you talk to him at all?
Who, Mike?
Yeah.
Me and Mike talk all the time.
Did y'all
That's
talk
my
about
boy.
that?
You know, I see it now. Now we getting into how I'm perceived and how I handle certain things. We talk about a lot of things.
That's fair.
Yeah, we was talking about some real estate.
Good talk.
Yeah, good talk. Expensive talk. Cool.
Plaquemine Parish real estate?
Huh?
Plaquemine Parish?
Nah, we was talking about a little St. Bart real estate.
Same parts.
Oh, I do have one more question. I said that.
Keep reporting.
Just going back to the booing thing, the fact that it happened in a home stadium, like,
Yeah,
is that more surprising?
That's what I'm saying. I've never experienced anything like that, so it sucks. But, you know, I mean, whatever reasons that the fans are born, they have their reasons. And, I mean, I guess, you know, you play better and it fixes a lot. So
Yeah.
we just got to win. I'm not going to say play better because that can be taken a couple different ways. So I just think we got to win.
Alvin, I wanted to follow up on what you said to the booing. You felt like there was maybe more to it. It's not just one thing. Do you have any idea what that might be?
I don't know. I don't talk to the fans during the game, so you know. And I'm not about to do a poll on why people were booing or what they were booing, when they were booing. It's just boos are boos, and you know, to be at home and hearing boos, I don't like it. But like I said, you got to win.
How do you guys respond in the locker room to something like that? Like, just as a whole, like when it is the offense that's rolling out there, is when you hear it. Is it just by play?
Yeah, we got to win.
Hey, Apple, you see them booing though when Derek was on the field, cheering when he comes out. Did you say anything to Derek like that?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, if it's me speaking specifically to that, I don't like it. You know, I mean, I don't really respect that. You know, but I can't tell the 60,000 some people how to feel. They feel how they feel. You know, I'm sure like we're all grown in here. Derek heard it. We all heard it. We knew what was going on. It's not like we're oblivious to it. So I'm not gonna act like, oh, what are you talking about? I know what happened. I was there for it, and I've never experienced anything like it. I don't like it. I know Derek. That's not something that he like. But we gotta win. We win. You know, and this is another thing I learned a lot from Mark Ingram. It's a lot of conditional. It's conditional. You know, you sometimes you win, it's great. You lose, it's cool. I mean, it's booze. You fumble, it's booze. You score a touchdown, it's yay. It's like so. I mean, winning puts a Band-Aid on a lot of that stuff. So we just gotta stop the booing / bleeding.
Did Mark talk to you openly about? I mean, he was well aware that he was the guy that the fans chose as the target of their.
Oh yeah, man. You know, man.
They didn't like him for a long time.
Yeah. I think he was aware of that. So I think his approach, it kind of influenced me, my approach with this. And I mean, there's no knock on the city. Like, I love this city, love the fan base. But you know, like it's a passionate fan base, so you know a lot depends on the Saints winning and doing well, and the players performing, and when we're not, and when we're not, or when there's an individual player that's not, like we gonna hear it, and that's a part of the job. Like that's what comes with the job. It's part of the duty you have to have the fleur-de-lis on your helmet and wear that black and gold. So everybody's different. Like I done had some times, like, I mean, I know last year people was ready to hang me for the 49ers game. But, like, it is what it is. Like, you got to deal with it. Like, you just got to go out and try to put your best foot forward every week and come out and perform and represent the city.
Alvin, were you surprised to see Derek Carr at practice today after taking that big hit Sunday?
No.
Ironically, on the game where he's getting booed a lot, he was 3 for 3 in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the team was with him under center.
Yeah.
And then he started the drive where you ran 4 for 4.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think he responded well in a way?
I mean, yeah, he still got to play. Like, he can't just be like, come to the sideline and be like, Coach, they booing me. Let me go sit down.
Right. But
you
can get so frustrated.
Yeah, he can get frustrated, but he's still. I think he's still a professional. Like that's what that's what I want to say. Like, man, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it didn't happen. Like we know that the fans were booing Derek, but what is that? What do that got to do with what your job description is? It is what it is. Like, keep booing, I'm gonna keep playing. Like, and he kept playing. He did what he had to do until he obviously got knocked out of the game, man. I mean, I think he's aware of it, but I don't think it's something that's going to change his play as far as like prevent him from doing his job, trying to perform his job to the best of his abilities.
I was wondering if you thought maybe it, in some weird way, sharpened his.
I don't know. You gotta ask him. Maybe it gave him like a little superpower or something.
No.
If that's the case, they need to boo everybody. Just boo me too. Shit, I want to see if I get some ability. Yeah.